right, so we're going to call the meeting to order. Is there any adjustments to the agenda? I think we need to maybe do the Montpelier committee
Yeah.
with us next time.
Right.
We'll bump that one. Yep.
Yeah. All right. And then so there's no public people, right? It's just us, right? So it's no.
Does a representative from the city council want to say anything?
No.
Okay.
Oh no. Anne
Oh, we just lost Anne,
Oh no.
fearless leader. Now we don't have a quorum.
Well, we do, but we don't have our leader.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we'll wait another minute or two and hopefully Anne comes back. Do we know who added the zine making onto the agenda? I'm kind of curious about that.
Well, OSA had sent out an email that they thought it would be a good idea to put together something to communicate about safe camping. So I actually followed up with them and got the information, and I put together just a little, I just whipped up a little one that I passed off to them when we were standing out there in the cold.
Oh,
So,
that's what you handed. Okay. Yeah.
All right, sorry about that. I got kicked off. So we have to wait for OSA to talk about the pamphlet conversations.
Okay. Yep.
Because it was his idea. And then the Barre and Montpelier update, I guess we can wait on that.
And what about Capstone Shelter? Was that whose update was that?
That was mine. I just wanted to let you. I don't know if anybody knows that they are open. They are.
no, anything about it. So what are they doing?
So they are opening a shelter. It's. I don't remember where I heard it was from. One of my coworkers is working there, but it's supposed to be like an overflow. It's using the overflow model for that.
Yep. And is this going to be an overnight shelter or
just overnight? Yep.
Okay. And it's
7 at night till 7 in the morning.
Okay. Is it only for extreme cold or every night?
I believe from what I heard, it was going to be every night.
So is this public knowledge? Do people know about it?
I believe they do. It was out a while ago. Capstone was posting it out a while ago.
I wonder if we should invite someone from Capstone to come tell us more about this.
I mean,
Hold on.
And why we're doing the extreme cold weather shelter then if there's
yeah.
Uh-oh. Anne, we can't hear you.
Okay. All right, bye. So I just called my coworker who is on it. It's every day, every night.
And where is it?
It's at some church, I believe. Hold on.
Hey there.
Where is it located, Tina?
At the Unitarian Church. You can't go into 8 o'clock.
Oh.
Oh, is this Montpelier then, right?
Tina?
Yeah?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, you can go in at 8 o'clock
and it's funded by Capstone, right?
Yes.
Oh, so I think this is the new nonprofit in Montpelier, right? That got formed and is made up kind of it grew out of the church. Yeah. Okay. That's right. Yep.
Great. Thank you, my dear. Bye.
So it's 8 p.m. to
7 a.m.
7 a.m. and it's at the Montpelier Unitarian Church? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
So,
no.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. So Osa, welcome.
Hey.
You have some like cherry blossoms behind you. It looks very warm. So
Yeah, it's better than the background of my car. So,
Yep. So Osa, I think we were waiting for you on about the zines.
oh, cool. Yeah. I had an idea about making a camping, especially for like maximum warmth. I like that part. I haven't looked over it fully because there's a lot going on right now, but Beth was willing to create a demonstrate or a mock-up of a potential of what it would look like. Um, and it's a zine to support folks with a visual way to stay warm in the winter so that if they're uh, not wanting to work directly with me or whatever it may be, they can always have something quickly to reference on um, how to stay warm, and different supports will be in there and stuff. I'm
Hmm.
looking forward to looking over what Beth created. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Beth, forgive me, did you email this out too and I missed it? Or
No, with a zine, if I emailed you what was printed, it would have just looked like gobbledygook. So
yep,
Yeah.
I understand. Yep.
yeah.
Um, I love this idea. So I wonder, hopefully next month we can meet in person and maybe Osa, you could bring it, or Beth, you can bring another copy. So um
Yeah.
and I kind of love this idea. I know at the clinic, Vermont Care is one of our tenants. They had a grant last year and they had a couple zine making workshops with their clients. And they usually would pick a theme, and I think it was very therapeutic for some of their folks. But also just a great way to get information out there in the community too. So let's talk more about this next month. I also know a lot of cartoonists. If we, if we wanted to find some illustrators, we'd probably have to find some money to pay these folks. They're professionals too. Um, but there's also the Cartoon College in White River Junction as well. This could be a class project for someone.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah, there's definitely. Sorry, go ahead, Beth.
oh, I was just going to say that's a great idea. Yeah, Osa had sent me text of what they were hoping to communicate, and I just sort of distilled that down a bit and made it visual.
Awesome. I can't wait to see it. Okay. So Osa, you missed it. We got a little update from Anne about the what's going on in Montpelier with the new nonprofit and their shelter. Do you want to talk, Osa, a little bit about what's happening this weekend?
Sure. It's still seeming like it's forming. There's a lot of conversations being had, and different things being brought up about exactly how major this cold weather snap is going to be for folks, whether they're living outside or in their vehicles or in places that aren't quite, set up for human life. That's a determining factor. So a lot of people have a hard time hearing that defining way of thinking about their house. Uh, but it's supposed to be. I've heard -17 with 10-mile-an-hour winds, which um, there's a whole like math problem of what that temperature equals.
Hmm.
It's roughly -35, but I've heard upwards of -50. Um, and that's 5 minutes outside of exposure before you start getting major frostbite.
Yeah.
If there was a woman that showed up at the Barre City shelter last time when it hit, I think it hit negative like 15 last time. Um, and she was frozen in her vehicle, like her vehicle was frozen shut.
Hmm.
And then she was also having a medical emergency with the cold as well. So um, it's very, very dangerous temperatures. And just trying to work with folks, trying to convince one person with the potential of two people right now that are not wanting to go inside because of their mental health, which, like is a whole different side of things because it's for many of us that don't like the cold or just hearing about these temperatures, thinking of staying outside is probably also like a mental health situation. But it's very, very difficult to create a safe enough camping situation for someone, especially when there's no external heat source for that person. So there's no heater in that tent.
Yeah.
And it's very like scary for myself to think about folks that may be trying to stay out and also like really going over of where people are staying. I just learned of 3 new campsites in Berlin by finding them accidentally. So it's very scary right now and a major rush. I always wonder like why didn't I do enough like planning or why haven't others done enough planning to, be ready for this, but and that we always do it that last minute, and that's because it's constant. So
So
yeah,
where would it
just
be for this weekend if there is one? Do you happen to know where?
where I didn't hear the first part, sorry.
Where would a shelter be for this weekend if they're going to put one up or do one?
So there's the Barre City shelter at the Barre Congregational. That's 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. There is and then there's the Montpelier shelters. It sounds like there's a Burlington shelter uh and also one down in potentially in Lamoille. Um uh but like a second like another emergency type shelter, I don't know. There's a lot of conversations and I don't think I want to put that out on
Yeah.
this forum because it's all trying to be formed and I don't know who knows what. Yeah. um Other than, I mean, like I don't, someone asked me a little while ago for like the numbers that we currently have, and I don't actually have that at this very second, but I can say that the other morning when it was very cold, they had 35 people at the Berry warming space. I didn't even know that there were 35 people out right now, but I mean, like that's not even folks that are in cars. Those are folks that are camping or living somewhere that they don't have legal residence to, or whatever you want to call it as. Um, and then Montpelier is a much larger number than our typical one as well. Um, so it's yeah, I,
Yeah.
I don't know exactly.
Yeah, just to tag on to what Osa said, I just got a text from Earl and they're doing the overnight shelters. And then I think he's kind of cobbled together places for people to be safe during the day on Saturday and Sunday. So
Okay.
as long as you can kind of direct them in that direction, Osa, they'll be good.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. Those that those that will go in. Yep.
Yeah.
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 Osa and Beth, thanks for that update. Um,
But can I ask a question? Oh, so for the people that you're worried about that won't go in, do they have, you said some of them or none of them have um a heat source?
The one that I'm currently working with that's very adamant about not going uh into a shelter space of any kind. No, they do not have a heat source. And uh they don't want a buddy heater. They're trying to figure out other ways to heat that aren't gas based. They had a situation with fire earlier in the year.
Okay. I was just curious if it was just the matter of finding the resources or if there was something else going on. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
It's sad to hear this. It's really sad to know that, you know,
Terrifying.
just Yeah, it is. I just today met, I don't get why people are still coming, but a couple from Mass who was homeless, sleeping in their pickup. I'm like,
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mentioned earlier I'd reached out to Mayor McCullough about the storage lockers, and he just got back to me with a quick update. So he says the Montpelier lockers are still located behind the rec center, but they're not currently actively managed by the city staff, so I assume that they're not in use. And he says what he's hearing is that managing the locking and the keys had proven to be quite difficult for Montpelier. So I think I'll try to find out some more and see if this is something that maybe Barry can give it a try too, and if we can learn from what didn't work in Montpelier.
I would be interested in maybe reaching out to Kristen Bauman at the library because I had a conversation with her and she said the hardest part, she doesn't mind people coming in, but the hardest part is they have all of their stuff. And it just makes it really difficult, especially this time of year. Well, she was saying during Christmas time, there were all these trees set up and there was even less space. And so
Mm.
she said if there was a way for people to lock up their stuff, that would be fantastic because then they would feel safe about locking up their stuff. So I wonder if even the library would help us manage it because it
That's,
would be a benefit for them as well. So I can reach out to her if that's helpful.
I think that would be great. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Something that had just been like very briefly touched on was maybe using combination locks or some type of like secret locks that instead of having the keys, but the downside of that is that like are people going to share the numbers back and forth and such. There's always that like if there are keys, then are they going to share things? I mean, it a lot of we should also maybe talk to another way. They've had lockers on their front
Oh,
porch now for a million years. I don't know how long.
okay.
Um, I don't know what they how they manage that. We also might want to wait until the cold weather stuff is past a bit
Oh,
as
totally.
well.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
is Ken still the guy over another way?
yeah,
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. And I know Ken quite well.
Cool.
Okay. So I'll follow up with Jack and I'll reach out to Ken too to learn more about what they're doing.
Cool.
I don't mind helping, Dan, if you need any help with that too.
Okay. I'll let you know if I'll pull you in. So
Yeah.
I'm going to ask another question. I know we have the emergency shelter at the church, the
Mhm.
Episcopal Church, Church of the Good Shepherd. But it's only for a set number of people. And if you're saying there's 35 people who were at the warming shelter, where do we put the overflow?
Yeah.
Where, because I'm assuming that we're going to need more shelter if it's negative 35.
Mhm.
That's some of the conversations that are happening right now. Is
Okay.
that what is going to happen? And I don't have the answers to that right now. It's just all conversation. I don't think it. I can get email out to our groups
Okay.
once there is a set answer to that. But
And I'm assuming a follow-up question, is Tess involved in that and is the city helping in any way?
I don't know about the city part. I do know that Tessa's involved.
Okay.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yep.
And Beth, the limit for the Barry shelter is because of fire codes, right? It was this a similar thing over at Good Shepherd, right?
Yeah,
Or am I wrong?
at the Congo at
Oh,
the
right.
Yeah.
Congregational Church, and it's a limit of 12. And
Yep.
I don't think they've hit that
That's
yet.
what I heard. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tess said like the really bad streak, I think they were at that limit, although she said, they would have, tried their best to make it work if someone had,
Yeah.
so yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And do you happen to know the contact for that new shelter in Montpelier? I
I
Yeah,
would
I
think
believe.
it would be, is it Rana?
Yeah, it's Rana. And
Rana.
there's a there's a separate number, but I have no idea if that number is supposed to be like only for providers, only for me.
Yeah.
I'll text her and see if there's a specific number for providers or if it's a public number.
I was just
I'm
curious if they're at capacity.
yeah,
Yeah,
They,
I have her number too, so I can actually find out.
that'd be cool.
Let's see. Anything we missed from the agenda?
there was one thing I think I had mentioned this in an email briefly that I reached out to the Restore to find out if they would possibly work with us, kind of being a conduit for camping supplies that we would gather, that people could go there to pick them up. And we had a really nice interchange, and then I haven't been able to get back in touch with the contact there at all. So I don't know if they're just not really interested or exactly what the situation is. But I tried, I'm just kind of like in limbo at the moment.
Yep. Beth, you know if it was like a director you were speaking with or like
Yeah, it's I forget the exact title. His first name
okay.
is Garth.
Okay. If you want to forward me one of those emails, I'm happy to give it a swing. I'm a
Oh,
VIP shopper at the Restore, every Saturday morning. So,
yeah.
Nice.
I will send that your way.
okay, okay.
Yeah, years ago they had a program where nonprofits could buy at a 10% face value vouchers for people to shop with. So,
Yeah,
we did that at the church, and that would be ideal because OSA could just pass those out, and then folks could go in and pick out whatever they wanted. So,
totally.
maybe find out if they would mind resurrecting that idea.
Yeah, that's a great idea. And I know at one point, maybe a year ago or so, they were giving us all their surplus backpacks to give out to our patients,
Yeah,
and that was a huge, I mean, those went fast.
yeah,
So,
sure.
okay. I did want to share a brief story if we've kind of finished the meat of the meeting, and I did email this to Kathy today, and to Kathy's boss, but I think I just wanted to share one brief good news story. For a few years we've had a patient at the clinic who is chronically homeless, really severe medical problems. And also just because they were constantly in crisis when they came into the clinic because they're homeless and they couldn't take care of their medical problem, and they would have to come in maybe weekly for to see a doctor and get some supplies. And constantly when they came in would just cause a disruption, cause a scene because they were in crisis. And really require almost the full staff and our volunteers to rally and work with this person to stabilize them. Well, this person came in last week and it was a like night and day change. They were calm, collected, polite, focused on their health. And the big difference is that this person is now staying at the Speranza. And just has spoken so wonderfully about Downstreet and that facility. This is the type of patient who I never thought I would see this side of them. And I just wanted to share that story, and I've already told Kathy about it. And it's really just, shows the housing first model just is so effective, so necessary. And now this patient's at a stage where we can actually begin to address some of their healthcare problems, where before it was just like, what can we do to keep them alive,
Wow.
Mhm.
It's amazing.
Yeah, truly.
So just one piece of good news. I hope that, you take those victories where you can, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, they make a lot of difference in the work that we all do. Yep.
Yeah. Folks want to adjourn, and then hopefully next month we'll be all in the same place. We'll have Zach with us from Montpelier, hopefully. So Anne, please let us know if you hear back from Zach. I hope everything's okay. So
Yeah, I'll let you know.
okay.
It's not looking.
Okay.
And I'll email everybody else once I hear back from Rana too.
Sounds great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
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 And I'll email about any extra shelter space or whatever ends up with
Oh, thanks.
conversation.
All right.
Yep. So I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Okay.
Third.
Okay. It looks like we're adjourning, and we'll have some work in between, but I'll see y'all in mid-February. So,
All right.
Good night.
okay. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you. Stay warm.
Okay. Bye.